Hi, this is a reflection on Lesson 147 in A Course in Miracles. My mind holds only what I think with God is the headline for this review of 2 prior lessons. We're still doing reviews. Lesson 133 says, I will not value what is valueless. Then 134 says, let me perceive forgiveness as it is. Hold on. I had some thoughts and then they just went away. Oh, yeah. Well, the I will not value what is valueless is more of what we were talking about through the last 10 lessons or more, which is not looking outside of the self and all that exists right here in the present moment, right now, in front of us, within us. I will not attach to those ideas of future projections, past reflections of attachment, like angst or worry about things, or ruminations, I think is the right word for the vibe I was thinking of. Like when you're stuck on a loop and trying to make sense of something, or something has changed and we're still holding on to the way things were, and that causes friction versus just flowing with what's changing. Here. So I will not value what is valueless, because all that's valuable is that ever-present consciousness that we have. Anything aside from that is illusion, so it has no value. And let me perceive forgiveness as it is. Forgiveness, again, I say as acceptance, because earlier in the book it talked about forgiveness being really just acceptance of what is. And you don't have to forgive if you first don't condemn. And you don't condemn if you just accept things as they are. Okay, that happened. What are we learning? Let's move on. So let me perceive acceptance as it is. Just things just happen, and they don't have to have a meaning. And I think that whole valuing what is valueless is, the valueless is trying to attach meaning to every little thing. And it's like, but there doesn't have to be meaning other than it happened. It exists. Maybe have gratitude for the way things can just happen and move on. Like, I have gratitude. Oh my God, what if everything stayed the same? How terrible would that be? Oh, we would just want to pull our hair out. I don't know. It would be the worst thing ever. I have gratitude for the fact that literally everything is constantly changing down to our, the subatomic level. That's just all there is change. There's no static anything. And then up from there, things seem to exist in time because we perceive them as having longevity. But even within something that lasts a long time, like a mountain, there's change happening. The way the seasons affect even the outermost layers of a mountain, the way the snow falls and melts, and then stuff grows again, and stuff maybe still stayed alive underneath the snow and yet changed. I don't know. Nature has a way of making us realize, I think, that we do appreciate the change. What if it stayed the same forever? It would be terrible. So I don't know how I got on that topic, but that's what all came to mind with this review of lessons 133 and 134. Thanks. Bye.